USHL regular season now done, and with it, the winningest season in Green Bay Gamblers history. Joining us tonight to talk about the second season now,
yes,
because that's the big one. Gamblers head coach Derek Lalonde, fresh off the final road trip of the year. You get enough sleep last night in the sleeper bus and everything?
I did. I had about 7 different sleeping styles in the front of the bus. My back is paying for it, but that's the way it goes.
Hey, that's the road in the USHL.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Which you guys have done really well on, by the way, which is kind of nice. We'll talk about that as we get going. How do things change now that you get into that second season?
It's a whole new season. Everyone starts from scratch. You know, as special as our season has been, it's turning the page. It's till the next. Every series will take a life of itself. Every game will take a life of itself. Got to be a little more detailed. Through 60 games, you kind of let the guys go a little bit, and I think they appreciate that. But come the playoffs, you want to be as detailed as possible, and we're going to be.
Let's talk a little bit about that regular season. Truly remarkable. You guys clinched early, but were able to still push through, get a bunch of records. I mean, that had to be satisfying. How do you motivate guys when you clinch your playoff spot and you clinch the first cup early?
We had the league in our playoff spot clinched about a month early, and we knew that would be one of the tougher challenges of keeping our guys sharp. You can't just turn it on and turn it off. And we stayed on task. You know, we didn't overcoach. We didn't stress any of the records or things like that. We talked about each game. Our guys responded very well, and they're a veteran, mature type team like that, and we played well right to the end.
I mean, you call them a veteran, mature team. These are still kids, though.
No doubt, no doubt. We're always amazed at these young kids, how mature they are. We're a 2-year league, and we've got a couple kids in back 3 years, and we've got a lot of kids that have been back 2 years. So we knew there was some room for optimism with this type of team because of that, and our guys have responded extremely well.
Well, let's take a look at some of those records that you guys set. And the record of 98 points, the record with 25 road wins. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But the team record with 47 wins. When you start the year and you say these are our goals, nobody sets goals this high, so you have to be excited about what happens.
Yeah, you know, that kind of took care of itself. Again, I give our guys credit. They stayed on task throughout the entire year. They stayed on task, obviously, game in and game out, but each period. 2 of the most impressive things that with all these records is the 25 road wins. In our league, it's very hard to win on the road, and that's impressive. The other thing that's most impressive is we've never lost 2 games in a row all year, and to not have a 2-game losing streak, that is something we talked about. I didn't think it was attainable. We talked about it early. No one can prepare us in the playoffs, because you can't lose 2 games in a row in the playoffs, and our guys responded very, very well.
And part of that is great goaltending.
Yes.
And one of the things you guys have been blessed with is, like you say, some guys that are there for a while. Let's talk about Ryan McKay, because he has really been a stonewall for you guys. We think of big wins, the goals, the league leading defensively. Really, I think is a great feather in your cap.
Yeah, especially when it comes to playoffs, you're gonna have to win from the net out, and he's one of those 3-year returning players. And the playoffs are a goaltender's tournament, right? I've already talked about it, and he's excited about the challenge, and that's why we've had a special season we've had.
I mean, this guy, like you say, mature. I talk to him, and he almost breaks my hand when I shake it, and he's like a linebacker. I mean, he's that big 6 foot, couple 100 pounds. I mean, not what you would expect from a goaltender that's usually a little bit smaller stature and can get, but really a powerful guy.
He's very mature, he handles himself very well. The best attribute he has is he's a competitor. And he's won games 6-5 this year, he's won games 2-1, and that's why I like our chances going forward.
Well, you can ride a hot goaltender. I mean, that's one of the axioms of hockey.
Yes.
You ride a hot goaltender all the way to a cup title.
When you get in these 5-game series, first 1 to 3, momentum swings are very, very, they happen quick. And you can ride a hot goaltender. We feel we have the best goaltender, and we hope it starts in net.
And we're talking with Gamblers head coach Derek Lalonde here. For the Gamblers, you get a bye in round 1. So what do you do to kind of keep up your time without getting rusty, but without over-practicing the guys, give them a little bit of a break?
Well, the playoff format works out pretty good where that round 1 is going to be this week. So they'll play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then our playoffs will start on Saturday. So it's very similar to our regular season routine. We'll keep things very similar to what we've had all year and been successful with it. We'll get a little more detail as far as an opponent, probably later in the week, Thursday and Friday, and be as prepared as we can come Saturday.
Because you guys, as a top seed, you just wait for the remaining lowest seed, so you don't really even look at brackets at this point.
No, and that'll take care of itself. Not going to worry about it. The parity in our league is unbelievable. Whoever we get in that first round, which will be our conference semifinal, is going to be good. And we'll be familiar with them. The reality of playing our division so much this year.
Now here are the other 2 in the East, is Dubuque and Team USA, and then Youngstown Cedar Rapids. Any preference as to who you want?
No, they're both. All four of those teams are very good, and they're built differently. And again, our league is designed for parity, starting with the draft, and anyone could come out of our playoff this year.
Yeah, you've had success against everybody this year, basically. So you got to have a nice confidence going in, regardless.
No doubt, no doubt. And we've talked about it. Everything we've kind of done throughout the years been preparing us for playoffs, and I'm excited. It's about time to get it going.
Well, part of the great year, of course, is the trek to get home ice. You have that through the playoffs. How important is that home ice, even though you've been that great road team?
Very important, especially in a 5-game series. The NHL deals with 7 games, and within that 5-game series, the momentum swings are quick, and they're very, very important. And to get that home ice, you're short 3 games, so that home ice is very important. And we've been very good at home this year, too.
Well, best in the USHL at home. I mean, you got basically best in the USHL at pretty well just about everything. But let's talk about that road record. Why are you guys so great on the road? 25-3-2 is really stunning. Nobody else won even 20 games on the road.
It starts with leadership. We talked about that veteran core, that veteran leadership group we have, and our guys don't panic. We've been down on the road, we've been down late. As impressive as we've won 5-6 games this year, we've trailed on the road in the 3rd. And our guys stay on task, we don't get rattled, and again, things that are going to bode well for us come playoff time.
And now, as you get to there, it's time for the playoffs. Is that the one thing, focus, that you're telling these guys? Just be focused from drop of the puck all the way to the final one.
Well, we've already talked about a couple of things we're going to preach. Obviously, when you have a year like this, there's going to be pressure on us. We've talked about pressure's a privilege. We've earned that this year. There's no looking around it. I mean, that's a reality. And the other thing is staying on task. It's not going to be easy. You're going to face some adversity. You're going to face some bad bounces. You're going to face a hot goalie. We keep those two things in mind. We'll have a chance.
Coach Derek Lalonde, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much.